What's going on, everybody? This is Anthony Bathalon. As you guys know, I'm an international basketball skills trainer. As you can see, I'm in my hotel room right now. I've been traveling a lot, so what you guys got to understand is this. I'm extremely tired, but I'm also motivated. As an entrepreneur, I'm motivated to travel the world and teach the game. I'm motivated to speak and inspire people. I'm motivated to tell my story. I'm also motivated, obviously, to play the game of basketball. That's what I do. That's what I love. That's what really puts money in my pocket. That's what helps me take care of myself and my family. Now, with that being said, what you guys got to understand is this. I'm extremely tired, and so boof. I've been drinking Red Bull. It's not good for you. Don't drink it. It's providing energy for me in some sort of fashion or form. Sorry that I'm drinking unhealthy right now, but I need it. Secondly, also drinking water, okay? I drink a lot of water. I stay healthy. I stay motivated with water. I stay motivated and inspired to inspire you guys to drink water as well. So let me hold on a second. So let's forget about the Red Bull. So on to way more important aspects of life in general. I was just recently in Beirut, Lebanon, Beirut in the Middle East. I was running my 5th national camp there. So this is my 5th time going to the Middle East to run a national camp in front of athletes that have only ever seen me on social medias, from Instagram to YouTube to Facebook. For me, being an entrepreneur, not only is it an honor to be able to go back for my 5th time, but it's also an honor to see my 5th time being the most successful. When I say successful, it's amazing to see the growth. It's amazing to see how many people want to see what the buzz is all about when it comes to my training, when it comes to what I do on the court, when it comes to my story. It's really cool to have a young athlete come up to me and ask, Anthony, is it all right if you do a project or help me with a project for my school? They want to know about you, your career, and they want to know how you progressed. So how you started, where you struggled or where you succeeded, and why you are where you're at now. So it's an absolute honor to have been given the opportunity or asked by an athlete in general to do this. And so I'm going to tell you my story again. I'm going to kind of simulate it, but real quick, just know that I'm extremely honored and proud to be doing this. Here we go. Most of you say you want it so bad. Most of you say, how can I get to this next level? Some of you show me that you're willing to do something about it. Most of you don't. I was adopted at the age of 3. I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I've actually, to this day, never physically met my mother, or at least can remember a time where she held me. Throughout my childhood, I struggled a little bit with adoption. Those are in other videos, so you guys can learn about that story a little bit. But more importantly, what I needed to learn how to do for me personally is find a way where I could take my struggle with adoption and turn that into a positive aspect of life. And so it took me a long time to kind of fill that barrier. And through the game of basketball at a very young age is how I was able to find that place called home and just grow from there. I want to thank you all. It was really fun. You guys worked really hard, so you should give a round of applause for yourself. Secondly, you guys all know you have stuff to work on. So the next time we work together, whatever that may be, I expect you to be better. Because you're going to do better, period. Make sense? Yes. That's the job. Being adopted, I grew up on a farm, and if any of you guys know what farming is, what you got to understand is that's real work. At the end of the day, there's nothing like farming. Farming is real work. You have to do it. If you don't do it, it would be bad. I mean, certain animals, certain people, certain companies depend on farmers in order to grow, to continue to grow crops and land and whatever the case may be. And so for me personally, I grew up on a farm, and that's kind of where I developed my mentality for work. I developed my sense of push and my sense of dedication to a chore or to a job. My parents, Gene and Yvette Bathalon, really pushed me to be a workaholic, somebody that appreciated work and somebody that would do anything and everything to do a good job. And so I truly thank my parents for that, my adopted parents for that. It was really awesome. But at the same time, there was a struggle being adopted. Again, as I said, being an African American, I came to a state called Vermont that was predominantly white. So there was more white people than there were black individuals, black African Americans, or darker colored people. And so for me at a young age, I had to develop a mentality of understanding that all people are very equal. And although we might look different, although we might believe in different aspects of life in general, that doesn't make us less. That doesn't make us a lesser person than the next individual. And so I learned how to respect people at a young age. And I think that's why I do travel the world and I do go to different countries in different parts of the world, whether it be a third world country or whether it be a country that is growing rapidly. I think that's why I'm able to adapt to my areas and my surroundings easier. It's simply because I was put in a situation that I was forced to be comfortable with at a young age.
The court with one of the nation's top trainers and a former player, Anthony Bathalon. Now, Annie got a chance to chat with him yesterday. I'm a little jealous. Annie is in the newsroom for us. And how was it, Annie?
Tyler, that's right. Before the players hit the court yesterday, I spoke with Anthony, and he explained how this type of camp is different than most. And I've got to tell you, this week is intense and will hopefully really help kids reach the next level in their game.
When I first started training, I wasn't making any money. Like when I first became a trainer, before being a national trainer, before being recognized around the world and different parts of the world, I wasn't making any money. I can remember training athletes in a gym for $15 a session. Now, when I say $15 a session, I don't mean like $15 for 25, 30, 45 minutes. I mean, if I said, hey, I'll train you, I was making $15 for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, however long they wanted to be in the gym. That's how long I was training for. And there was no real regulation of concern. By regulation of concern, I simply mean there was really no amount of time that I would spend with them for a price. And so I was really scared at the time to make money. I was really scared to say, I'm worth this. This is my price. I'm not training for anything less or anything more than this. I didn't have package deals. I didn't have a clue how to really run a company or how to really make money doing this. All I knew was, hey, I'm making $15 today to train this athlete at this gym at this time. And there was really no end point for me. And so when I first started training, I wasn't living at home. I was kind of just winging it, doing my own thing. Rough around the edges, as some people would say, when it came to being a business owner, a young business owner, or trying to develop a business. And it was scary. It was rough for a while. And so for me personally, my first go-abouts as becoming a national trainer or becoming a trainer in general was definitely rough. I kind of laugh at it now more or less than anything, but I kind of did things way backwards. And by backwards, I simply mean I became a national basketball trainer. And then I decided, you know what, I still love basketball. I still have this fire and passion to play the game. And so let me see if I can play this game professionally at a high level. And that's when teams from the American Basketball Association came knocking. And so I was like, let me take my chance. And I did, and it was amazing. I averaged about 18 points a game back in 2016, 2017 in the American Basketball Association. So it was really cool. The American Basketball Association has ex-NBA players, ex-overseas players. They have overseas players. They also have NBA D-League players as well. And they also have like top college guys from around the country playing in this league. And so it was really cool to compete. It was really cool to say, hey, as a trainer, I'm able to get to a high level. Even when I teach, I'm able to still play this game at a high level because I also practice what I preach. I don't just do, I actually show, and I actually proceed with accomplishing. And so I think a lot of athletes can learn a lot from that in general. I don't just talk. I also represent what I speak on, what I teach, what I show. And so it was a huge honor to be able to play professionally in the American Basketball Association. I still have joy and love and passion to play the game. As I continue to work on playing overseas, that's where my head's at. As a trainer, I still want to play this game at a high level, and at the age of 27 years old, I think I have a lot of time left. I could obviously play overseas for a long time, and so I'm still working on some good stuff with a lot of good people that I'm close to that can really help me get to a higher level, and so it's really cool to have that option. Good job, man. We're pumping up. Thank you. Definitely. it to the airport. Again, we're in a taxi. We're about to take off. We'll see you guys at the airport.
Okay, but not like.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So do you think it's kind of it's a lot smaller?
It's definitely a lot smaller, actually. And I mean, just in general, the people here, extremely nice.
Screen and a guard runs into me, like a guy on my team runs into me, because you get pushed into the defender pushes you into your own player, and this is really good just for taking that hit and just going right through the play, not stumbling back and having to kind of reset.
Just because you go between the legs and then your first instinct is to stand. Okay, so you have to make sure that you're staying low and you're just driving through it using your advantage.
Catch and triple back, attack low, drive low, finish from here hard. But a lot of players, when they get tired, again, they almost do it backwards. So the faster when they're standing up straight, and the slower when they're low. And it needs to be the exact opposite every single time. It has to be the exact opposite of the step every single time. Now look, when I'm working on that, this side is sliding. So I'm sliding that way. He's going to come around as if he's coming around. So to kind of finish everything up, what you guys got to understand is where I'm at right now has to do with everything that I came from, my past and my experiences. Having the opportunity to travel the world and teaching the game of basketball, I now am able to make good quality money simply because I dedicated myself to my upcoming, where I came from, where I've gone. I now know how to make money the appropriate way. I know what my value is. As an entrepreneur, you have to work around the clock. So I just got done being in Beirut. As you guys can see, I've been all over the world. I've been to Germany, I've been to Guam, I've been to different parts of the world, Canada, running camps, teaching clinics, working private sessions, working with professional athletes from the NBA, the WNBA, overseas, you name it. I've been able to accomplish it and do it. And through the game of basketball is how I'm able to inspire and motivate people with my story, motivate athletes with my story, and motivate just your everyday people from around the world. And so it's a true honor to be able to share a little bit of my story with you guys. I do want you to understand that anything and everything that you want to accomplish in life is very possible. I just recently traveled from Tampa, Florida to the Middle East, to Beirut, to run in my national camp, my 5th national camp. Anything is possible. Continue to work hard. Continue to motivate yourself each and every day. Be your motivation. Be your motivation. That's all I can continue to tell you, and inspire yourself to do better. Inspire yourself to be more every single day. Continue to chase greatness, and thank you.